So we finally got a reveal for the Switch 2 and Mario Kart 9. And honestly, I feel like the trailer for the Switch 2 is pretty unique. The way um, the original Switch transitioned and transformed into the Switch 2, how the user interface changed and all that other stuff. I think it was pretty unique because I don't think I've ever seen a console reveal like that. In fact, this kind of made like the console reveals that's done by Sony seem bland in comparison, but it is what it is. Um, we also saw a little bit of gameplay footage for Mario Kart 9, which which is something I've been talking about for years now. I've been making videos about this for years. When it's going to come out, it's going to come out this year, it's going to come out that year. Is it going to be at E3 or whatever? I think recently, not too long ago, I made a video on whether or not Mario Kart 9 was going to appear by 2026. And based off of what we saw in the Switch 2 trailer, we could possibly be getting it before 2026. At least I'm hoping that's the case because there's been rumors and speculations that Mario Kart 9 might be released like later this summer, maybe in June or something like that. Don't take my word for it. It's just hearsay. And um, and the thing is, I mean, I want to learn more about this game because I feel like the art direction for this game is pretty it's interesting to say the least because you look at this particular game and then you look at Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I feel like this game has a more realistic look to it, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe felt more cartoony and it had like brighter aesthetics and all that stuff. And I feel like Nintendo made Mario Kart 9 the way they did in terms of graphics is because they want to make this game stand out, um, or they want to make this game look more distinct from the other game that came out years ago. Because Mario Kart 8 came out in 2014, I think 8 Deluxe came out in 2017, and like to this day, that's still like one of the best like selling video games that Nintendo has put out in like quite some time. I can't remember the exact sales number for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but I do know it's the top selling game for the Switch console. And I do feel like Mario Kart 9 is um, is basically going to have a hard time trying to surpass Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in terms of sales overall. Now, when I looked at the trailer for the game, yeah, it looked a little bit more realistic, but at the same time, um, I don't know. I mean, you could just tell that like the game is unfinished, because I feel like the game needs to be like polished just a little bit more. And I feel like Mario Kart 9, if Nintendo, goes out of their way to make the game polished and to I guess add features to that make Mario Kart 9 stand out from its predecessor in like a different type of way. I do feel that like this particular game will have the potential to break sales records, but I can't really speak too much on that because I don't know what to expect just yet. I heard rumors that the Grand Prix for Mario Kart 9 is supposed to have like up to 24 racers. If not that, it's like the online multiplayer is supposed to have up to 24 racers in a game. And that sounds very exciting in of itself. And I'm looking at the gameplay and the graphics. I feel like the physics in Mario Kart 9 is better than what we got in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And obviously, the game looks more realistic because I heard that the Switch 2 is supposed to be as powerful as the base PlayStation 4. So, so yeah, I mean, like the graphics that you see like in this game do look like something that you would see from a PlayStation 4. And like I look at the character designs, like some of them look similar to what we got in Mario Kart 8, but then some of them look different. Like for example, Donkey Kong looks different than how he did in Mario Kart 8 and 8 Deluxe because he looks closer to how he did in the Super Mario Brothers movie from 2023. And for the first time in a long time, Princess Peach actually has her hair down because in previous entries, She normally has her hair tied in a ponytail, so obviously Nintendo's trying to go for more retro looks for some of the characters, which I think is a pretty cool thing. But aside from what we saw in the trailer and the stuff that I noticed, there's not too much that we know about Mario Kart 9. We don't know all the stages that are going to be featured. We don't know how many characters are going to be in this game. Um, yeah, we have no idea when the game's coming out, what the price is going to be when it comes out, and the same thing goes for the Switch 2. However, there's been speculation in terms of how much the Switch 2 will cost when it's released. Like, I read like somewhere, I believe it was like Game Rant, that the Switch 2 might cost like $449 by itself, and like for a bundle, it would be like $500, and I guess that's somewhat reasonable considering the fact that the Switch 2 is supposed to be as powerful as the PlayStation 4, and the fact that Microsoft might be withdrawing from the console wars because Nintendo can, get away with pricing their consoles slightly higher than they used to. Because you got to remember that years ago when they came out with the Switch console, it was it was somewhere around the ballpark of like $300. It wasn't really that expensive, but I do feel that like the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One being expensive is something that worked to the advantage of Nintendo because they were able to price their console for less and they were able to sell more because more people could afford it, even though the resolution and the quality for the original Switch console was not as good as the PS4 or the Xbox Series X. You had more fun games on the Switch console overall. But as far as the Switch 2 is concerned, the only like big games that we know that's supposed to be coming out for the Switch 2 in the future is Mario Kart 9 and Metroid Prime 4. We know for a fact Metroid Prime 4 is going to be coming out later this year. And Mario Kart 9, I'm hoping comes out before the end of the year. But that's something that we're just gonna have to wait and see. We're just gonna have to wait and learn more information about Mario Kart 9 along with the Switch 2. I believe Nintendo's next direct presentation is supposed to be taking place this upcoming spring. I believe like sometime like around like March or April, and I thought like the trailer that we got for the Switch 2, we were going to get it in spring, but I honestly feel like, this was cool on Nintendo's part, because they know that people have been bugging them about the Switch 2 and Mario Kart 9 for years. So they kind of gave us a small sample on what to expect with Mario Kart 9 and with the Switch 2 in the future. Um, yeah, I'm going to be looking forward to learning more information about both of those things, and honestly, I'm hoping that Mario Kart 9 comes up before the end of the year. I know for a fact Switch 2 is supposed to be coming out this year, and unless they delay that, but I don't think that's going to be the case. If they were smart, they would probably wait until around like the holiday season to release it because for a fact that sales will skyrocket. But seeing how they did things like last time with the original Switch console, it might be coming out sooner than expected because I believe the original Switch console came out in the spring of 2017. So who knows? The Switch 2 might be coming out sooner than we expect. Only time will tell. And yeah, hopefully we'll learn more details about Mario Kart 9 and the Switch 2 within the next couple of months or so.